All right, and welcome to WMBG's Super Sound Showcase. I am Tim, and we are here with Two Hand Touch. How's it going, guys?
It's going great. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So before we jump right into it, tell us a little bit about your style and what you guys are doing.
We're an acoustic duo, and we focus primarily on like alternative indie rock stuff, but done through the acoustic lens. And we both sing, and we do write some original music, and we're working on getting some of that out here in the new year.
All right.
We do a lot of vocal harmonies. It's just one guitar right now, but hopefully we're going to add a little more guitar later on down the road, so stay tuned for that.
All right. And you guys typically do alternative stuff, or do you delve into folk or anything at all?
Yeah, some. I mean, we play a lot of covers. We do a lot of like cover gigs where we kind of try to be as versatile as we can. So we do anything from like classic kind of Simon and Garfunkel style, acoustic harmony arrangements to more, contemporary like, rock stuff, Black Keys, No Doubt, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So, but you guys mentioned that you do have some original stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, and do you have plans to record any of that, or still working on it?
Yes, we definitely have plans to record. We're kind of like feeling out exactly how we want the production to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, when we perform out, we typically, it's just me on guitar and then our two voices, and then she'll play some accompaniment instruments sometimes. But I think for the recording, we want to be a little bit more full band production with it, but still kind of retain the vibe that we create when it's just the two of us.
Cool. All right, and how did you guys actually meet?
It's a little bit of a story, but I was, a couple years ago, I was working as a phlebotomist in a hospital in Norfolk, and I've always been kind of like interested in music. I was always musically inclined, but I never had the drive or like self-confidence to actually pursue a career with music. So I kind of always just made it a hobby rather something, like a career path. But about 4 years ago, I went through a life-altering traumatic event, and it kind of put a lot of things in perspective for me. And one of those being that I want to do something with my life that I can feel good about, and something that I really enjoy doing at the same time, which is making music and singing. So in effort to pursue that, I started making moves to make that happen, and I quit my job and started bartending again. And I was down at the oceanfront in Virginia Beach, and I was bartending at this restaurant, and my manager had a meeting, and he was saying that he wanted a weekly entertainment thing, and I volunteered without having any equipment or even a guitar that had a plug-in. And then I panicked because I quickly learned that
Oh God, what have I
I
done?
was not prepared. I was not prepared for it to deliver. So I called one of my really good friends who's like a mentor to me, and his name's Dave Johnson. And I had my fingers crossed, and I was hoping that he didn't have anything going on Tuesdays, which
For the rest of his life.
Thankfully, he didn't, and he agreed to help me out. And so I started performing in the late winter of 2016 with Dave Johnson on Tuesdays, and he just happened to walk into the restaurant to see Dave.
Yeah, it's funny because I was close friends with Dave. I've been friends with Dave for a long time, and I had just moved to the oceanfront. I lived in Virginia Beach my whole life, but I had just started living at the oceanfront, and I was looking for things to do, and I saw his name on social media somewhere, and I was like, oh, I'll go check out my buddy. And I walked in, and I saw her, and I was like instantly like blown away by her talent. Like her voice was the first thing that kind of caught my attention, and then it's like I just kind of kept going back, and whenever I could, to see them perform, and we got to start hanging out, and it was just like a pretty quick. We quickly realized that like we had like a little bit of a a musical chemistry. We kind of figured it out right away. It was not like it took a long time, and we just kind of instantly just kind of jumped right in. I think one day, like, Dave was sick or something, and he just asked on a whim. He's like, "Mike, do you want to fill in for our Tuesday gig at this place?" And I was like, "Sure." And we kind of put together a set, and it went well, and we realized it went really well, and we knew it was like something that we should continue to pursue. So that's what we did.
Yeah, I tell you what, I've interviewed a few musicians in my day, but it's always those weird windfall meetings and arrangements that sort of turn out, some of the best stuff.
Yeah, the chemistry, it just feels right. Like I've played with lots of people over the years, and for whatever, like whenever we play, it just feels comfortable. It doesn't feel like there's not like a lot of stress involved. Like it's not, it just feels good. So.
Yeah. Nice. So, how long have you guys each been playing music, or was it something that was there but never really manifested itself until you guys got together?
I think you could say that for myself. Like I grew up singing, just kind of on my own. I played the trumpet in high school.
Yeah,
I was
something.
in the marching band, and I picked up a guitar. I think maybe when I was 16 or 17, and just kind of self-taught. But I hadn't really done anything other than an open mic every once in a while. But he's been playing in bands for a long time.
Yeah, I like to tell this story because it says a lot about how I view music. Growing up as a kid, I have an older sister, and she's always been like the more musical one, and I was always more drawn to like the visual arts.
Mm-hmm.
So I was always kind of more reserved, quiet, didn't like the spotlight, but I always had that creative spark or whatever that drew me to the visual arts. And it wasn't until I was in my early teens, like grunge was a big thing, and I really latched onto that, and that made me want to get my first guitar and like learn how to play and write songs. And I had a couple of friends who were playing music at the time, and I just fell in love with it. Like as soon as I was like around it, and like I could hear people in the same room playing instruments, it was like, okay, this is what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent a long time in bands. I played in a band called Counterfeit Molly in the area for like a long time, and then most recently there was a band called Step Pets that I was part of, and now Two Hand Touch. And all those bands, it's like, I don't want to say they're not over. They're just sort of like dormant. We never had any like big breakups or like crazy band drama or anything like that, but we just kind of put them on hold and until we can come back to them or whatever.
Yeah, sometimes it just sort of fades out, but it's still there.
Mm-hmm.
So are you an artist? I mean, not like a musical artist, but
a visual artist.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to ODU. I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts in painting, and I do a little bit of visual art. More recently, I've been drawing a lot, and I do kind of have aspirations to put together some local shows and stuff that would display some visual art. But I'd love to do both. I love anything in the arts, really.
Mm-hmm.
Music, food, painting.
He's a great painter.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
What really brought you to music? Because everybody has that one band that was just like, that changed how I viewed things. Personally, for me, and I'm going to date myself a little bit, but Green Day, Nimrod, and that probably speaks volumes to me. But that sort of like taka 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 snare drum. But yeah, everybody's a little bit different. So I was just wondering.
You can go ahead first if you want.
For me, the catalyst was like the early grunge, movement, like specifically like Nirvana. My best friend had an older brother, and he kind of got the scoop on all the good music that was coming out before any of us did, and he would like give me cassette tapes, and I'd be like, oh, and I remember like listening to them on my Walkman with playing hacky sack, like, it's very of the era. But I remember my dad listening to like opera and, not singing music, like compositions, orchestras and stuff
more
like
classical
that.
stuff.
Classical stuff, arrangements, growing up. And I feel like that stuff definitely found its way somewhere into my core being, but it wasn't until the grunge stuff that I really wanted to play music.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think you could say I really identify and really vibe with music that is really real and raw and talks about like stuff that some people might be afraid to admit, like they feel, So I have a very early memory of being in the back seat in a car, listening to the radio and hearing "Love Fool" by the Cardigans, and just being like, it's just I could just feel the song, It was so great. I was probably like 10 or something, but and now my change has definitely like been influenced, or my taste has been influenced by especially women who really like put themselves out there, and I think it's really cool, and I get inspired by that big time.
Yeah, any favorites?
I like No Doubt, and I like the Cranberries. Right now I'm into this band called Deep Valley, and they're kind of like angry girl music. I really like that. They're pretty cool. Them and Taco Cat is one of my favorites also.
All right. Well, so before we actually jump into the music part of this, do you guys want to promote any shows you got coming up, or?
Yeah, we're playing at Craft 60 Ale House on Saturday, February 8th from 10 to 1, and that's close by here, so
we like that place.
If anyone's listening, please come out. We always have a good time when we play there, and it's a cool spot.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right. Well, guys, so we will be right back with Super Sound Showcase and Two Hand Touch.
Woo!
All right.
All right, so welcome back to Super Sound Showcase. My name is Tim, and we are here with Two Hand Touch. So guys, what are you going to be playing?
This is a brand new song called Show Me Your Spine.
Show me your spine, and I'll crush it like I've done thousands of times. In the end, I'll take what's mine. Been doing this a long time. I really love you too. I really love you too. Me something besides what's dead inside. Play to my fears, but not to my pride. No one gets out alive. I really love you too. 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 I see the light blurring out from the window, closing on me. You are not what you seem to be. You are not what you seem. Something
really love you too.
Guys, that was awesome.
Thank you.
Man, it was you know, poignant, but it was also, it had this happiness to it. I don't know, it was great.
Thanks. Thank you.
All right, so what do we have up next?
This is the one that Kelly wrote.
Yeah, we're gonna do a song that I wrote. It's called "Look My Way," and yeah, that's all. That's all.
That's all?
Enjoy it.
Sounds great. Looking forward.
I've got so much more to offer than you'd ever be able to understand. But you're keeping me in this box where I don't have a say, I don't have an opinion. 'Cause you see it's not fair, yeah. But when is it ever, girl? I mean, sometimes I feel like I'll spend my whole life reliving all my mistakes, take for take, like I'll never get over the way you make me feel so ashamed. 'Cause you see it's not fair, yeah. But when is it ever, girl? I said you look good tonight. Aren't you gonna look my way? You'd be cute, but your hair has seen better days. Oh, honey, why don't you smile? For you, for me. Just give me that look, girl. Come to think of it, you aren't ideal. So show me what you got, and maybe I'll offer up. So what exactly that I think you might be considered worth? Show me what you got, and maybe I'll offer up. So what exactly that I think you might be considered worth? You see it's not fair, yeah. But when is it ever, girl? I said you look good tonight. Aren't you gonna look my way? You'd be cute, but your hair has seen better days. You see it's not fair, yeah. But when is it ever, girl? I said you look good tonight. Aren't you gonna look